low-scoring affair where you've got to manufacture runs at times. And last night was an Elly De La Cruz kind of game. One, man, was there some exit velo off his bat. Two, he looks like the old Elly running, and he was effective, which led the way to a Reds victory, including scoring the winning run. He's the focus of our Kia player profile. Last night, 3 doubles, a walk, RBI, 2 stolen bases, and 2 runs. No Reds players had 3 doubles and 2 or more steals in a game since 1898, the year before I was born, or at least that's how I feel sometimes. But Elly had it going on last night. He looks healthy, he looks strong, and let's hope they get the same of that tonight. They'll need it. It is a premier pitching matchup. Paul Skeens for the Pirates, and up next, Hunter Green takes the mound for the Reds. John and Barry have the call.
Taking care of our own.
You talk about a dominant ace.
An ace finish for Green. Struck him out. Paul Skeens strikes out 11.
Hunter Green is as special of an arm as we got.
Struck him out. Hunter Green out there dominating.
This dude has been unhittable.
Swing and a miss. Hey, struck him out.
We're talking about greatness here.
He has struck out the side. Green is cooking with gas. My goodness. They're still on their feet for Paul Skeens. Struck him out. What a start by Hunter Green. What a performance. What a night.
This is so entertaining to watch.
Two outstanding arms head-to-head on a Friday night at Great American Ballpark. A divisional destiny. Hunter Green back to the bump. He'll make his 5th start of the season. Green last time out against St. Louis was strong through 5. Only 1 unearned run. Entered the 6th, having retired 7 straight, 14 of 15. A big inning was born. Can he rebound here tonight against a Pirate club that he's pitched very well against in his career? Hasn't had a lot of help along the way.
Yeah, and I think that is significant. The fact that he has had some success against these Bucks. You know, Hunter Green has the ability, as does Paul Skeens, just to go out there and dominate. And I feel like once you have shown a history of being successful against a team, that team has a tendency to panic a little bit, maybe swing a little earlier, try to ambush pitches. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Hunter, with the success he has had against this team, how he sets these guys up. If he goes out there power fastball, he knows they're going to be swinging. So I'm looking for him to possibly throw some splits early, maybe some sliders early in the count, just to kind of get them off of that fastball.
Starting 9 for the Pirates, who have lost 3 in a row, 6 of 8. Don Kelly is Jake Mangum leading off. He rides his 7-game hit streak. Their best home run hitter, Brandon Lau, went deep yesterday. Reynolds has had success against Green. Valdez has been cranking home ribbies, best in the bigs in July. O'Hearn has power. Gonzalez is red hot. Eddie Rodriguez moves to first base tonight. Jacob Gonzalez and Henry Davis, who went deep twice against the Reds on May the 1st. Well, Mangum loves to send the ball the other way. Squared a bunt, yanked back. Over a third of his contact goes oppo. Big league average is about a quarter of contact, 25%.
I think Mangum just understands who he is as a hitter. Had a chance to spend a little time with Kevin Young, former player, doing some media stuff with the Pirates, and I think that's what it's all about. Go out there, and I think his best version of himself is exactly what he's doing. He's hit 300 on the season, getting on base, 350 clip, hitting the ball the other way. Only 2 bombs.
Elevated called strike. Mangum hit his helmet, and did he call for ABS, or he's just calling for time here? Now a step back in. He tapped his helmet a single time, I think that was just pausing between pitches. Remember Brett Beatty with the Mets?
Yes.
About a month into the year, he did the exact same thing, and they forced him to use an ABS challenge. Green rebounds and strikes him out.
Well, just power stuff. Here it is. Hit it if you can.
So now Brandon Lau. First pitch, 6th inning yesterday. He homered to tie it. His team leading 23rd. 22 of those home runs have come when he's been the second baseman. That's sent to right. Noelvi Marte has to play it on a hop. The ball hung a little bit in the air.
Yes,
I was
it did.
a little surprised he couldn't make a play on it. Here's the Reds defense from Tri-Health. Blade, Myers, Marte. Infield of Suarez, De La Cruz, McLean, Stewart, and Stevenson. Not sure what kind of read there was on that hanging floater. Now here, a ground ball right to Matt McLean. Initial trouble. De La Cruz relay, not in time. Brian Reynolds arrives.
Well, this ball was hit hard to Matt McLean. It looks like he just got in his kitchen a little bit. Jumped up, hit him in the heel of the glove. That little bit delay allows Reynolds to arrive to first base safe.
Down and in on Esmerlin Valdez. Pirate cleanup man tonight, their right fielder. He doubled yesterday. Of his 36 RBIs, 24 have come in July. That's the most in the majors. Suarez plays deep at third. Slider bends down. That's the second 3-0 count for Green in this opening inning. Green turns 27 on Thursday. Making a second straight start against a divisional foe. Reynolds goes 3-2 is away. That's a walk to Valdez, 2 on.
It looks like Hunter just tried to throw that one a little too hard. Pulled it to the glove side.
Now Ryan O'Hearn, the DH, 0 for 4 yesterday. Pushed off the plate, fastball running in. Against the Reds this year, 3 of his homers, 12 of his RBIs. Grounded to first. Stewart, foot race, not in time, and Green was over there to cover. It's bases loaded. Base hit for Ryan O'Hearn.
Yeah, Hunter Green looks like he bounces off the mound right away. A little bit of a hesitation, but he's definitely there before Hearn. And I don't know if Sal could possibly not see it from there.
I mean, Hunter beats him to the bag, and then Stewart and Green bump on the base. That should be end of inning. Now it's bases loaded for the red-hot Nick Gonzalez. First pitch, center field. He's got a career-high 15-game hit streak. Reynolds is in. Valdez sent home. That's 2 runs. It should have been inning over. It's 2-0 Pirates.
Well, it should have been inning over on the ground ball that was hit to Matt McClain.
Yep.
That's 2 plays behind Hunter Green that did not get made. We're sitting at a 2-0 deficit.
Gonzalez has been locked in. He had a couple of hits and doubled yesterday. Tyler Stevenson out there trying to give Green a pep talk. Just gave him 3 pats on the hip as he left the mound. It's the longest active hit streak in the bigs. Now the switch hitting Andy Rodriguez, who got aboard twice yesterday, had a base hit and a walk as the catcher. He is the first baseman tonight. Yeah, we saw a big inning snowball on Hunter Green Saturday in St. Louis. He was largely excellent through the first 5 innings. There was a hung slider and a long inning where the Cardinals turned the game around. And here out the gate, command has been clearly inconsistent, but he also hasn't had much help.
No, he's definitely not had the help. In St. Louis, there were 6 runs on 5 hits in the 6th inning. Here, these 2 runs. Ground ball to second base, 4-6-3 that should have been made. Ground ball to first base. Hunter's there. That play should have been made.
On 2-1 to Rodriguez. Lifted left center. Dane Myers. Well, the Reds have climbing to do as they grab their bats. 2-0 Pittsburgh mid-1. Reds were victorious last night. They've won 6 of 9. They're full 9 from St. Elizabeth Healthcare. De La Cruz coming off a historic showing. The all-star Sal Stewart, J.J. Bleday. Tyler Stevenson has hit Paul Skeens really well. So is Nathaniel Lowe. Eugenio Suarez, Dane Myers locked in since coming off the IL. Noelvi Marte in a long downspin, and Matt McClain. Paul Skeens, the opponent.
Well, Paul Skeens, power stuff. 4-seam fastball, sits about 97 miles an hour. Sweeper changeup. He also throws a split. The league is hitting .340 against that split. There is repertoire.
Swing and a miss by De La Cruz, who had 3 doubles last night, also stole a couple of bags. So Skeens, Lark, reigning Cy Young winner, an all-star for a 3rd time, but the numbers not nearly what they were on his career before this year. Check swing, did he go? No. What's different?
Well, according to some of the sources that we've talked to within the Pittsburgh organization, it seems like he is not pitching off his fastball as much as he has in the past. I feel like it's a kind of a research and development year for him so far, where he's trying different things. And, you know, at least the few people that we spoke to talked about him eventually getting back to the power stuff. They feel like he is out there trying to figure out, okay, what secondary pitches work for me. Everyone knows that I've got the fastball, but can I pitch effectively with my secondary stuff? So I feel like him, just like anybody else. You're a great player. You have success early in your career. you try to figure out for yourself, what is it that I can do to continue to have the kind of success that I've had. And I'm going to have to make adjustments. So when I do, where am I going to go? And the only way you know that is by trying other things.
Full count on De La Cruz. So the Reds saw Skeens in late June, their series win at PNC Park, and they got to Skeens like they never had before. He had only allowed 2 earned runs lifetime against the Reds entering that start. He gave up 4, all in the second inning. They worked 38 pitches in that inning, the most he's ever thrown in a big league inning. And here's De La Cruz working a long plate appearance and a leadoff walk.
There you can see right there. The 3-2 pitch, he went to the slider. Whereas fastball pitcher, fastball count, challenge fastball right there.
Brings up Sal Stewart. Had a base hit, an RBI, walked twice last night. One of those was intentional. Tickles the bottom of the zone. De La Cruz has been running a lot more lately. Got his 20th steal last night. First Red to swipe 20 or more in his first 4 seasons. He's had half of them, 10, a baseball best in July. There's Skeens changing his timing. When De La Cruz was that initial dynamo, stealing on everyone all the time, Skeens is probably the pitcher that handled him best, picking him off multiple times.
Yep.
Hard ground ball, skips into the glove of Gonzalez, feed to second, relay double play. Pirate defense. Brian Reynolds in left, the speedy Jake Mangum in center. Valdez in right field is a strong arm. Nick Gonzalez in third, Jacob Gonzalez in short, Lau Rodriguez and Henry Davis, University of Louisville product, behind the plate. Has a very strong throwing arm. J.J. Bleday. He went deep Tuesday, game 2 of the double dip against Cleveland. That marked his 18th home run of the year, 12 of which have come at Great American Ballpark. It's one of the higher home totals in the league. Fouled back. Now, not only did the Reds get to Skeens in late June, that has spilled into what's been the worst month of his career. In July, an over 5.5 ERA in 5 starts. His last time out, he struck out the world, had 11 Ks against the Cubs, but gave up 5 runs in 5 1/3.
How do you explain that? Baseball.
Very much. Swing and miss. Pitched with the fastball there. Crowd continues to file in. There's a Marshmallow concert post-game. It's part of why the earlier start time tonight. 2-2.
You can just see from Paul Skeens, just a lot of pitches, just kind of around the strike zone.
Payoff fouled away.
Like every player goes through a process of trying to figure out, how can I continue to be successful? What do I need to do?
It's where the game is hard. The league adjusts to you, and some of the elite players try to adjust before the adjustment, and there's that fine line.
Yeah. a great point. Adjust before you have to make the adjustment. Figure out where you're going to go before you have to go there.
Today, really good AB. Works a second walk out of Skeens.
Another fastball in. Did the same thing with Ellie De La Cruz. Just not the command quite yet. But like with any great pitcher, you're going to get to him early. Because if you let him establish his rhythm and find that command,
The Reds saw that in late June. All 4 runs came in the second inning. He shut it down thereafter. The Red who has hit Skeens the best is Tyler Stevenson. Down quickly 0-2. 455 lifetime against Skeens. Tied a career high, walked 3 times last night.
Just too good of a pitch. 0-2. Sweeper up and away. Steve-O just missed that. If that wasn't a 0-2 swing, he probably hits that ball. Does some damage.
So here with Skeens living away, and you pointed out he threw similar soft stuff breaking in on lefties De La Cruz and Bleday. They have Lau shaded up the middle. Bleday held on. The right side of the infield is pretty open. Stevenson, a natural opposite way hitter. This is pulled fair inside of third. Bleday through second. A slight stumble. Wave is on for Willie Harris. Reynolds in left throw. Relay will not come. Bleday scores from first. An RBI double from Tyler Stevenson. Reds get a run back. It's 2-1.
Well, this ball gets into the corner in the left field corner and gets stuck up underneath that wall. You look for that carom, that ball to come out. So you can't be super aggressive going in there. And see how it just dies right there. And Brian Reynolds has to go and get that ball. And J.J. Bleday did stumble a little bit, able to score from first base.
And now another Red who has handled Skeens very well. Last night's hero, Nathaniel Lowe, connected on his second walk-off as a Cincinnati Red. Henry Davis walks out to chat with Skeens after the first pitch miss. Lowe last night doubled, walked, and in the ninth, bases loaded. Hit a bouncing should-be double play ball, but with Ellie De La Cruz at third and 1 out, the infield was cheated shallow.
Yeah, well, that's the winning run at third base, and it was 1 out with the bases loaded. So you're thinking if that ball takes me towards second base, I'm going to turn the double play. And the ball did. However, the way that the defense was configured, shortstop goes in front, Lau goes behind. There's just a little bit of confusion, delay in trying to turn the double play, and Nate Lowe with the blazing speed is able to get to first base.
He chuckled about that with Jim Day after the game, and again in the clubhouse earlier today. Called strike, tight.
Well, we saw him on the way out last night.
That's right.
I think we both looked at him. Blazing speed.
Base hit here, could tie it. Again a called strike. It's a couple that have looked in. And it was, not by much. This will be the 30th pitch of the first inning for Skeens. That's over. Second base, base hit. Wave is on. Valdez has an arm. Medium right. Throw to the plate is cut. And there's nobody at the bag. Stevenson scores. Nathaniel Lowe ties it. It's 2 all.
You talked about the comfort that Nathaniel Lowe has had against Paul Skeens. A couple pitches on the inside part of the plate, but he stays patient. Gets one out there that he can handle. And I thought this was a good throw. I was surprised this ball was cut off. I thought there was going to be a play at the plate. Looked like the throw was right on line. But Andy Rodriguez decided to cut that ball off. I wonder if that was the call from the catcher, if he just did that on his own.
Yeah, I'm with you. And Stevenson's a good athlete, but you have the catcher running from second base. It means losing the lead. I think you would see how it plays out of the plate. If you concede second base, you concede second base. You got Paul Skeens pitching. So now the pitch total awfully high for Skeens. Eugenio Suarez walked, line down. He was 0 for 3 yesterday. Foul tip. No Red has homered yet lifetime against Paul Skeens. Not while wearing a Reds uniform. Upstairs. And Pittsburgh has action in its bullpen. This is the second most pitches Skeens has ever thrown in an opening inning. Topped only by opening day's struggles against the Mets when his defense was dismal. And he misses on a changeup in. Only one first pitch strike. It's another full count. Low goes. Suarez swings through. Strike 3. What a rally for the Reds. They get a couple of runs against the reigning Cy Young winner. Pair of pokes, and it's tied at 2. Back on Reds TV, presented by Bar S. Reds and Pirates tied at 2. First pitch strike, Hunter Green to Jacob Gonzalez. Had a sac fly RBI, 0 for 1 yesterday. This is the second time in Hunter Green's 10 career starts against the Pirates that he has taken the mound and the Reds have scored more than 1 run in the game.
Wow.
That's how lacking the run support has been in a lot of head-to-head starts against a divisional brother in the Pirates. In the air left field, J.J. Bleday fighting that sun. Some has it in foul ground. Time now for our Liberty Mutual field coverage. Green can bring the gas.
Well, Hunter Green sitting with that 100-mile-an-hour fastball. You can see behind the Miz with 99 punch-outs with the fastball over a hundo.
Takes on Henry Davis. Bunt yanked back, strike 1. Davis has 8 bombs this year. 2 came in 1 game, May 1st against the Reds. His second career multi-home run showing. Took both Brady Singer and Zach Maxwell deep that day. Well hit down the left field line. Foul. Contact has not been a strength for Davis. #1 overall pick out of Louisville in 21. Last year, among regular catchers that had 200 plate appearances, he had the worst batting average in the big leagues at $167. This one chipped shallow left center. De La Cruz out. Myers in. Ellie's got it. This year, only the Yankees' Austin Wells and the Mariners' Cal Raleigh have been worse than Davis in average. A couple of quicker outs for Green. Now a rematch with Jake Mangum. He fell behind Mangum 3-0 and rallied to strike him out. His lone K, his first time through. Well hit down the right field side. Fair, and a home run. A low line drive laser into the Pirate bullpen. And Pittsburgh has a 3-2 lead.
It's amazing. We were talking the first time up about Jake Mangum about the fact that he likes to hit the ball the other way. That was a slider down and in, and I think it just is a testament to, if you are thinking up the middle the other way, you still can pull the ball correctly. That ball is down the line. It stays fair. And the only way it does that is if you attack the inside part of the ball. And the only way you do that is by thinking up the middle the other way. Very easily slider in through a left-handed pull hitter. Is a foul ball down the right field line all day long.
Mangum embraces his identity. Has had a really strong year. Lau has singled to right. Hard foul. That was a ball that just floated to somewhat shallower right field. Did not feel like Noelvi Marte got the best read. I thought the ball hung in the air long enough with his speed and a good read. It was playable.
Yeah, I don't think it was a good read. I think he took a few steps back on that ball, and it did just float out there.
And that's not normally what Lau's contact does. He can drive the ball. I mentioned earlier, his 23 home runs lead the Pirates. 22 have come as a second baseman. That's the second highest total by a Pirates second baseman in a year ever. Neil Walker in 2014 had 23 when he played second base. He's fouled off 4 in a row here. Two and two. Full count. When full on Mangum first inning, struck him out. When full on Valdez the same inning, he walked him. Now full on a dangerous power hitter. And he strikes him out. Pirates take the lead back. Jake Mangum sneaks one over the wall. 3-2.
$50 in bonus bets.
2026 Reds Rookies memberships are available now for young Reds fans up to 3 years old. Membership includes exclusive merch, free Reds tickets, and special members-only experiences at the ballpark. Purchase today, Reds.com/fanclubs. Oh, Reds face a second deficit already today. 3-2. Pirates have the lead back. Paul Skeens against Dane Myers. Taking all the way, strike one. Myers, another multi-hit showing yesterday. 12 games since coming off the IL. He's hitting .343. down and away. Right through the sweeper. Second strikeout for Skeens.
Power stuff early and then the breaking ball. That's probably one of the better sweepers he's thrown on the day.
Noelvi Marte. Marte 0 for 4 yesterday, 3 strikeouts. In his last 13 games, the average has dwindled dramatically. He's 5 for his last 39.
Just about every single miss that Paul Skeens has made has been to the glove side with that fastball. See, as a hitter, especially against a great pitcher, you try to eliminate a location.
Fair ball! Got by Nick Gonzalez. Noelvi Marte into second base. A just fair double.
And Noelvi Marte get to the sinker. Sinker down, and he can certainly do that right there. What I was saying about Paul Skeens is you can look for certain locations and you can eliminate locations. Haven't seen him really stick a fastball up and in to any of these right-handed hitters. So you can be aggressive over the plate, as was Noelvi Marte on that sinker down.
Now he's in scoring position. Matt McLean. Base hit opposite way yesterday. There's a sweeper on the outer edge for a strike. McLean yesterday played to the bigs for the first time since July 7th. Got his first hit since June 29th. Snapped it 0 for 13. There's a fastball up and away. Big lead for Marte. Tapper foul. Skeens at times has had some pitch count issues, cupping the glove to his ear. Fastball up, strike 3. Second time through. De La Cruz walked on 8 pitches his first time. I thought he had one of his best single games of the season last night.
And what it was so fun to watch him. He had a couple of balls in the gaps. I love the hustle doubles.
In the air, left center. Reynolds. Marte doubles, gets stranded.
Mom!
The boss, Rick Ross, comes to Great American Ballpark Friday, August 14th. Part of the Ohio Lottery post-game concert series. Keep the party going after Reds Marlins. A set from Rick Ross. Get your tickets now. Reds.com/concerts. I think Joel is on one right now.
Is he?
He's rocking the Skyline cap.
Got the Skyline cap on.
Feeling it.
I don't think he's feeling gangster because he had it on like a gangster the other day. Oh, there he is.
All right. Now he's back. Out of the zone to Brian Reynolds, who has reached on fielder's choice and scored. It's a ground ball that looked like it could have been a double play. He did hit it at 100. This one sent over second, base hit. Well, first time the Pirates have put their leadoff man on tonight against Green.
A center cut fastball. It's amazing that at 97, 96, 97, 98 miles an hour, guys are just, it's like a comfortable hitting speed. This game certainly has changed relative to how hard pitchers are throwing.
And hitters, they can really hit the ball hard, including Esmerlin Valdez, who has walked and scored so far tonight. Here is our Yellowwood bringing the lumber for tonight. These are the highest barrel rates in the game. You would expect James Wood, Aaron Judge, but I'm not sure how many nationally know yet about Valdez.
Where's Sal Stewart on that?
Now remember, barrel is a combination of hitting the ball hard 95 plus and at that sweet spot Goldilocks launch angle for line drives, base hits, swing and a miss. It is one of the numbers that later in his career Joey Votto highlighted as something he was seeking to get better at, that he thought would be indicative of predictive success, of getting him impactful hits in games. Strike three, ABS, powered by T-Mobile.
The batter is challenging the strike call.
First challenge tonight. Ball.
Pitch is a ball. Pittsburgh retains its challenge.
Check swing seemed to go. Appeal confirms he's done. Our Jake Sweeney Chevy pitch tracks.
Did he or did he not? Can't tell from that angle.
Yes,
he did.
Now, possibly as soon as next year, you might see something for a challenge with that in the big leagues. It's something they are testing in the minors this year. He also pleaded his case seemingly thereafter with home plate man and crew chief Dan Bellino. O'Hearn has a base hit. Yeah, the system as it's employed in the minors is looking at its own created rule. There technically has never been a rule for exactly what constitutes the check swing. You know, some of the turns of phrase over the years, do you break your wrists? That's not in the rule book. But under that system, just takes a look at the angle of the bat in relation to the foul line. And does it break the plane of that foul line essentially 45 degrees from the plate? If it does, you went, you're out. If it did not, you held up. Or it's a strike, I should say. You're not necessarily out. 3-1. Been a lot of 3-0 counts for Green tonight. Command has been inconsistent.
Yeah, on both sides.
And there's a walk. Spiked the slider, so Reynolds up to second.
You could see after the pitches are thrown, Hunter Green just turned his back to the plate. Obviously a little frustrated. Hasn't quite been able to find that command yet. Watch after this pitch.
Nick Gonzalez saw one pitch his first time, RBI hit into center field. A strong contact hitter who is above average fast. A couple of men on base. Swing and a miss. Fouled back. But consider this is Green's 5th start of the season. And he's a pro. He's trying to be in this moment and focused on the game. His name has come up with several national reporters about trade talk in recent days. Bob Nightingale with USA Today. Ken Rosenthal with The Athletic in foul territory. In the air to left center. That's got some carry. Deep track near the wall, J.J. Bleday. Runners were halfway plus. They both retrieved. 2 down.
Man, J.J. Bleday went a long way for this ball. Just in that little angle between the and left center field. Nice job.
Andy Rodriguez is flying to center. Green steps off.
I think everyone has heard about the rumors of who is going to get traded. And I feel like it's a very uncomfortable time in the clubhouse for that, because obviously we haven't played up to our capabilities, and there's moves that are probably going to get made.
We'll step aside. Sal Stewart among the do-ups for the Reds. Get your tickets now, Reds.com/Tuesday. Well, those are some great deals, but the Garfield shirt at the start, he was a lasagna cat who did dislike Mondays, so he probably was very good with Tuesdays. Yeah, and Odie. I miss old Garfield and friends on Saturday mornings. Sal Stewart lift to right. Valdez. Now, Paul Skeen's command was noticeably off in the first inning. Seemed to sharpen despite some deeper counts, couple of strikeouts. Worked around a just fair double in a scoreless second and gets a fairly quick out from Stewart.
I tell you, I really truly believe that so far for me, he has not shown.
First pitch, J.J. Bleday, launching pad to right and gone. His 19th of the year, and it's tied at 3.
That's a middle fastball for J.J. Bleday, and Just to finish my thought, I was thinking, I'm looking in as a lefty all day long over the middle of the plate because he has not shown the ability to throw the ball arm side to the plate. Everything's been kind of a pull to his glove.
That is the first time a Cincinnati Red has homered off Paul Skeens. Tyler Stevenson takes his strike. He was down 0-2 at a heartbeat his first time and calmly ripped a ribby double into left field. Now, Jim Day, Tyler Stevenson's another name swirling in the trade rumors. You had a chance to chat with him.
Yeah, I've been around Tyler for a long time, obviously, and he's known nothing but being a Cincinnati Red since being a pro, drafted in 2015. And this is the first time that he has gone through this. Now, he didn't want to harp on it too much, but I've been around him enough to know it is weighing on him. And one of the sentences he did say is, I just want it over. Whatever's going to happen, I want it over. The anxiety of trying to figure out what's going to happen. Do I have to uproot my family in the middle of the season? And by the way, still run a pitching staff, still hit, do all the things that catchers need to do, and be a pro every day. This is a tough week.
1-2.
Well, as I talked about, it is a very uncomfortable situation. You know, you kind of start blaming yourself, like, well, we played ourselves into this situation. It's a very exciting time as well because you got a team that's not playing up to their capabilities, and if you get traded, you assume you're going to go to some place where they need you and there's a possibility to get into the playoffs. Not that that doesn't exist here, but if your sale was at the deadline, it's telling someone something. It's telling you in the clubhouse, we're not good enough to win, so we're punting on the season. And it tells the player that gets traded that there's a team out there that believes they have a better chance to win with you.
And that whole maelstrom of the trade scene is something that you dealt with head to head as a player as well.
We all deal with it. As I said, regardless if you are named in some of the potential trades, which I was a couple of times, you want to be at this point of the year.
Appeal no go.
I believe that's the first pitch that I've seen. Obviously looks like that one got away a little bit from Paul Skeens, but really truly inside to a right-handed hitter. But regardless if you are that guy that being named or not, it definitely affects you in that clubhouse. You're breaking up the family.
Nathaniel Lowe, ribby hit his first time. Check swing seemed to go, no appeal needed, strike one. You mentioned the glove side misses. I thought Skeens had a few of those that were called strikes against Lowe that looked off the plate in his first time.
Yep.
There's been some comments down here, especially after the first inning, without naming names. Of course, his stuff is not the same compared to what they've seen from Skeens before. They believe they have an opportunity in front of them.
That's a rallying cry right there. Let's go, boys.
Lowe pops it up. Davis, mask off. No play. Lark, from this vantage point way up top and watching on the monitor, there have been pitches that just look flatter, less finish than what you have seen from Skeens in the past.
And I think that word that you used, you said flatter. Flat. Flat is what it is. How's he looking? He's flat today. Meaning his fastball isn't as crisp. His breaking ball doesn't have as much bite. His command is not on point. He's flat.
Well, Stevenson and Lowe are the two Reds that have handled him the best entering today. Stevenson's on for a second time. Down it in on Lowe. Just about everything from Skeens to Lowe has been in and or down. And Lowe does a really good job on those tweener pitches of at least fighting it off.
Location of this pitch up a little bit, but on the inside part of the plate. I think at this point you can sell out to the, not pull the ball, sell out to the inside part of the plate. It's a slider. Location of this one, inside part of the plate.
Looked to be just out of the zone, but that's close enough. And
yeah,
he had 2 called strikes against him there. He's got to try to foul it off.
Sure.
Swing and a miss, up and in heater.
So Gino Suarez going up there with a runner on first base and 2 outs. I'm looking for a fastball up out over the plate, and I'm putting my chin over this plate. It was up, it was out, just wasn't a strike.
You've had that feel for Skeens tonight from the early stage of the game.
Yeah. Just got to commit to it. And if he happens to dot one on the inside part of the plate, you tip your cap.
Suarez struck out at a fastball his first time. That low AB, he fouled off 4 pitches. He saw 8. That's 3 times already. A Red has worked 8 pitches and 1 AB against Skeens. They've made him work. It's the 3rd inning, and this is his 71st pitch. Some of the takes against Skeens have been among the more comfortable takes that I have seen from Reds against him. Full count again. Stevenson goes, and Suarez walks. That's already 4 walks drawn by the Reds against Skeens. In his first 7 starts against the Reds, he walked 6 in 7 starts.
He's off a little bit today, and try to get him right here.
Dane Myers struck out on a sweeper away his first time. 2 on, 2 out. Ball. ABS powered by T-Mobile. I don't think this one's going to be one.
Previous pitch is a ball. The catcher has challenged.
Henry Davis trying to win a strike for a struggling Skeens. That's a ball.
Pitch is a ball. Pittsburgh has 1 challenge remaining.
First time up, I felt like Myers just was taking the first couple of pitches. Did not really move the bat all that much. Now he's ahead 1-0. Bouncer off Skeens, dives back of the mound. There's no play. Infield hit, bases loaded.
Well, Dane Myers, the success he has had has been really remarkable. batting over 360 last 10 ball games. I tell you, it might be the quietest 360 that I've seen. Sneaking up on folks. But it is 360. He is out there just about every time. Good for him.
What is Noelvi Marte trying to do? He doubled just fair last time.
Hit another double.
0-2. Now Marte expands the zone a lot. Skeen certainly knows that. But if he puts too much on a breaking ball here, Reds could have themselves a lead. Marte asks for time. Stevenson is that tie-breaking run off third base. Way high. Upon release, Skeens dragged the palm of his pitching hand along the back of his pants. Pretty much same spot, fouled back. Lifetime one granny. Struck him out, breaking ball away. Reds tie it. First pitch ambush. J.J. Bleday, the big fly to right.
Listen to the heartbeat.
Injury report for tonight's Nick Lodolo threw to live hitters today, threw 50 pitches, 3 ups and downs. One of those ups and downs was using a new grip on his breaking ball. Just smaller tweak, but it's just getting comfortable. And the biggest thing, to be able to throw it for strikes. But he said it went very, very well. In fact, his new breaking ball, he said he's kind of excited about certain aspects of it. Do believe he's going to throw it a little harder than he did in the past. And I also talked to a couple of hitters that faced him, and they said it looked like the same nasty Lodolo. Next step still TBA. Could be a rehab stint though next time out.
Well, thank you, Jim. And beyond the breaking ball, did that fastball stand out in any way?
Yeah, one of the guys that faced him was TJ Friedel, and particularly talked about his two-seamer that he was spotting up and away and painting the corner with good command and good velocity. So they said he looked crisp and felt crisp, and Friedel was faced him a bunch of times in spring training or during COVID or whenever, maybe 150 to 200 pitches, so he would know him better than anyone.
Jacob Gonzalez has foul flying to left. Green gets a fly ball deep right. That goes foul. Now, what's the latest on two of the Reds' higher leverage relievers, Tony Santillan, Graham Ashcraft?
Well, we told you that Santillan was going to get scanned again today, and he swore to everyone this scan is going to be clean, trust me, and he mean mugged his way right into that being the result. It was a good, clean scan, and they are now going to expedite his recovery a bit, with the caveat of it is an oblique, so he's still got to be careful, and particularly with Santillan, because he's a guy that will just want to hurry and try to pitch tomorrow. So it'll be difficult to hold Tony back, but he got the best of news today. As far as the other guy I think you're talking about is Graham Ashcraft. He's in Arizona, and he's going to throw a bullpen Tuesday in Arizona. Continue on that process, and when the Reds get back from the next road trip, we'll begin his bullpen work here.
Tony Santillan would never mean mug you. Not you, Jim Day.
Actually, he does it all the time.
That's the scout.
And I'll be standing in like a hotel lobby, and all of a sudden I'll feel the presence of someone behind me, and I turn around and he's just staring, mean mugging. Scares me to death.
He is an intimidating dude, Tony Santiago.
I once asked him if he's ever mean mugged a strike or an out. He didn't deny it.
But a nice guy.
Absolutely great guy.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of smiles on that face of late. Upstairs to Henry Davis, who has popped out. Do I hear right, Jim? Do you also have a mini Marshmallow down there with you?
We do. Marshmallow's taken in the game. I don't know if we could took a picture of it. I don't know if we could get a shot.
Eugenio Suarez 2 down.
He's Marshmallow's actually sitting right above me. There he is. It's nice of him to want to take in the game before the concert.
Do you want to build a snowman? You know, Jim Day, he keeps it mellow. Mangum first pitch. Myers. 1, 2, 3 for Hunter Green. In tonight's Toyota Tundra Home Run Challenge, Dion Harvey from Cleves, Ohio wins a brand new built in the USA Tundra if a red hits the Toyota hit and win sign. Register for your chance at any Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky Toyota dealer. Tied at 3, Paul Skeens. Check swing seemed to go. Appeal says yes. Strike 1 of Matt McLean, who struck out on a fastball up his first time. Bunt to third on the run. Nicely done by Nick Gonzalez.
I like the idea. I think Matty just showed it a little too early. Allow Nick Gonzalez to get a running start. Obviously that ball bunted a little hard and too far. But I like the idea. Try to get it started. Try to get on base somehow.
Ball 1 to Ellie De La Cruz, who has walked. He's also flying to left. Back-to-back splits. To right center. Headlong dive misses for Mangum. De La Cruz high and 3. Standing up. A 3-bagger to the gap.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ellie De La Cruz has been on some kind of tear. This was a sinker on the outside part of the plate, and he just gets it a little bit off the end of the bat. But once Mangum doesn't get there, it is in overdrive.
His 5th triple of the year, infield in against RBI machine Sal Stewart. Stewart has bounced into a double play. He is flying to right. First pitch, deep center field. Mangum going way back, and that is gone! Off the batter's eye! What a blast
Sal Stewart continues to produce. Runners in scoring position, consistently getting himself a good pitch to drive. Just putting a good swing on it. I think he knew that was gone once he hit it.
Oh my gosh.
I work.
First pitch, Bleday fouls it away. In 7 starts lifetime against the Reds, Paul Skeens had surrendered 6 runs. They have tagged him with 5, and it's 1 out in the 4th inning here tonight. Bleday is homered. He has walked. He has scored twice. Kelly is up in the Pirate pen. A miss in, appeal no go. Down the right field line a little early and foul. Popped up. So as it stands, this ties as the 2nd most runs Skeens has ever allowed in a big league game. Only topped by the 8 he surrendered, 7 earned in Philly the 1st of the month. This has been the worst month of his baseball career. Strikes out Bleday.
Well, you can definitely see it early in the game that the command certainly wasn't there. The depth wasn't there on the breaking ball. And there are times where he's mortal. And at those times, you got to take advantage of it. And so far, the offense has been able to do that.
Tyler Stevenson called his timeout before standing in. Ribby double, a walk, he has scored a run. Yanked down and away. Strike. I would imagine if Stevenson reaches here, that's all for Skeens. Kelly has been up, and at last check, still up in the Pirate pen. Strike 2. Only 4 times in Skeens' career has he failed to go 4 innings. Got him looking.
Well, the offense is here. Sal Stewart with the runner on third base. Tied ball game, no more.
Having a dog at the game. Welcome back, Reds TV from Bar S. 5-3. Reds have the lead. Adorable. I feel your pain. Lots of love for Marshmello here tonight. Concert will come post game. Brandon Lau is singled, struck out, fouls off strike one. Now it's still the early stage, Lark, of third time through. What are you seeing in Hunter Green tonight?
Yeah, I see Hunter not quite have his command, but competing. Missing on both sides of the plate.
ABS powered
Previous
by
pitch is a
T-Mobile.
ball. The catcher has challenged.
You're not always going to have your best stuff to call right
Pitch is a
there.
strike. Cincinnati has 2 challenges remaining.
And I see Hunter just out there just trying to figure out how to get through this and get a win.
Well hit to right center. Marte kicks off the wall, gathers, fire to second. Safe slide in, a double by Lau.
Yeah, this Pirate ball club is a little bit different offensively. Brought in a lot of veterans, and Brandon Lau was that big signing in the winter to make a difference offensively, and they've done that. He has had a season.
Scoring position for Brian Reynolds, who has doubled, reached on fielder's choice and scored. Balance and power can really change an offense. It's not all home runs, although Lau's 23 certainly don't hurt. Poke to short, runner advances, backhand De La Cruz, no play. Just able to keep it on the infield. Lau to third, met at the corners.
It's a nice job by Ellie right there in the infield. You'd think with a runner on second base, you want to knock the ball down, not allow it to trickle into the outfield. And so he takes a really deep angle, understanding there's no way for him to throw the ball to first base. Doesn't try. Keeps that runner on third.
Now Valdez, who has walked and scored, he's also struck out, buzzed with a heater up and in. But Kelly's ready in the Pirate pen. Green has been far more pitch efficient than Skeens. Skeens 100 pitches to go his 4 innings. Have to think he's done. In the air to right, Marte. Makes the catch. Lau tags. Throw wisely goes to second. He had no shot to get Lau at the plate. He makes sure that Reynolds doesn't leave first. Pirates get a run back. It's 5-4. You speak about the turnaround, and Ryan O'Hearn's part of it, aboard twice today, base hit and a walk. Last year, the Pirates were historically terrible offensively. Last in runs, last in homers, last in OPS, last in RBIs. First pitch, center field. Excuse me, infield, shortstop. Ellie De La Cruz. And 2 down. And this year, entering today, the second best batting average in the sport. Top 5 in on base and slug and OPS and home runs.
Big time turnaround. And yet they're still towards the bottom of the division.
The Pirates entered in third, 13 games out. And with a 500 record. Swing and a miss. Nick Gonzalez, ribby hit. He's also flied out. The oddity is the Pirates revamped their offense significantly, but their pitching bedrock is not what it was expected to be. The bullpen is quite prone. Called a strike. Skeens tagged with 5 runs, second highest total he's allowed. 4 walks, second to career high as well. Only a 1-run game. Bounce to short. De La Cruz, short way. Loud doubles at the start. Pirates get him in. 5-4 Reds.
So I hammer the rudder.
Cincinnati Reds baseball is presented by Jake Sweeney Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. And by Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it. 5-4 Reds have the lead. They're into the Pirate pen. Paul Skeens leaves on the hook. Enter Antoine Kelly.
Get ready for the power. There it is. It's about a 100-mile-an-hour heater. Slider, sweeper, and a changeup.
Skyline Chili called to the bullpen. Nathaniel Lowe, ribby hit his first time. He struck out. Saw 8 pitches his last time. Skeens pounded him in. It seems that the scout has Kelly trying to do the same. Kelly out of Aruba. He has pitched for the Netherlands in the World Baseball Classic. Swing and miss. He strikes out low.
Backup slider. You expect that ball to break down and in. Just kind of stayed up there and floated.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez first pitch, pretty deep right. Valdez on the track. He's got a word now from Big Sandy Superstore.
This summer, sleep cooler for less at Big Sandy Superstore. Your headquarters for luxury mattresses. Big Sandy Superstore.
A couple of quick outs. Now Dane Myers had a base hit that went off Paul Skeens' glove his last time. He's also struck out. Strike one. To short, Jacob Gonzalez. 1-2-3. Reds.com/AvoReds. Be sure to also follow @Avos from Peru on Instagram. Today, celebrate guacamole for all. It's National Avocado Day. First pitch foul, Andy Rodriguez against Hunter Green. Green has held him 0 for 2, fly out, ground out. the edge, strike 3. Our champion window pitch tracks.
About the best split that Hunter Green has thrown today. Watch him pull down on this one. Really nice job.
Jacob Gonzalez has foul fly to left, grounded to second.
And another one.
Triple up.
Will he go 4?
Sure. Heater fouled away. Just to change the eye level. Go right back to it.
I like it.
Oh, 2. There's the split. Golf to second base. Gets the ground ball out.
You called it, Johnny.
Word now from UDF.
Every summer, we make peach ice cream with big chunks of peaches at our dairy. And every summer, it's gone, just like that. So grab some peach before the summer's over.
Henry Davis, pop out, ground out. First pitch sent to center. Dane Myers. 1, 2, 3 for Green.
Tri-Health.
Spend your Saturday night tomorrow night at the ballpark as the Reds face off against the Pirates again. Fans in attendance will receive a Terry Francona bobblehead thanks to Alta Fiber while supplies last. Secure your seats now at reds.com/tickets. Guys.
Oh, thank you, Jim. Nobody doesn't like you. Strike 1 on Noelvi Marte, who has doubled and struck out. Dare I say Jim Day might be the most solid reporter in the sport.
Solid.
Solid. Up the middle.
Nice.
Couple of knocks for Noelvi Marte tonight.
Anytime he hits that ball to the shortstop or to the right side of the infield, that is a good sign for Noelvi Marte. It simply just means he's keeping that front gate closed, square to the plate, hit through the ball as opposed to around it. Solid.
Solid. Bunt yank back. You like the bunt idea from Matt McLean as last time.
Yeah, I definitely did. It was for a base hit. This time it's a little team baseball. Make sure that Noelvi Marte gets to second base. Look more of a sacrifice right there. Maybe bunt for a base hit. The other thing I like about it is in order to do that, you have to let the ball travel. Get a good look at that ball. Hit it deep. I feel like Matt struggled when he was up here before. He's a little too far out in front.
Bunt. Foul. So McLean is struck out and grounded out on a bunt try.
And it also indicates a little awareness of where you are in your career. All right, you're hitting ninth. Ellie's on deck. There's a runner on base. We're up by 1. That's a team at bat. That's a team approach.
One away.
And all the guys down on that bench certainly recognize that and appreciate that.
Reds won last night's series opener. Trying to make it 4 series wins and 5 tries out of the All-Star break. This is a 4-game set. Strike 1 on Ellie De La Cruz, who's been aboard twice. A walk, his 5th triple. That's propelled him to top 10 in the sport this year. Later came around to score. Marte leaning a little larger. Borderline miss. Marte fakes, pitch called a strike. You mentioned Kelly, though, has that legit fastball. He's a little bit of time in the big leagues. Nobody's tried to run on him yet. Soft down. Full count. The 1-2 atop the Reds lineup has been strong between De La Cruz and Stewart. Each has had a major moment already tonight. Put De La Cruz on, you push Marte to scoring position and bring up the Reds all-star and one of the top RBI men in the sport this year. How careful will Kelly and Davis be here against De La Cruz? He had one of the hardest hit balls of the Reds season with one of his doubles last night, nearly 116 off the bat. He has just looked locked in pretty much all of July.
He really has.
Marte goes 3-2, fouled away. Sam Moll has a baseball in his hand, his glove tucked under his armpit, standing in the bullpen. I'm assuming he has already been warming at times. Green's at, I think, 91 pitches. Moll is warming. Crowd getting a little bit larger in the later stage. Concert to come post game. Marte off, 3-2, missed. Throwdown means nothing. That's ball 4. De La Cruz draws a walk, 2 on for Stewart. Well, Stewart, a 2-run homer his last time, 82 ribbies. He's now tied with C.J. Abrams for the National League lead. The last time a 22-year-old or younger for any team, not just the Reds, led the National League in ribbies at the end of July, it was Johnny Bench in 1970. And by the way, a little tie between the two. Beyond that, Sal Stewart and JB, same birthday, both born on December the 7th.
Is that right? There it is, that retired number 5.
Time for Stewart.
Saw JB up at the Hall of Fame induction. Of course, he was holding court. When you can hold court amongst the Hall of Famers, that's saying something.
Pickoff play, Marte back save. Bang, bang. That was close. You do not want to get picked off here with Stewart at the plate. Healthy cut at that middle slider up.
Yeah, I'm sure he would like that one back. That's a hanging slider. Yeah, you got away with one right here, buddy. 'Cause that ball was on a tee.
It was a collective ooh in the dugout.
Yep.
Bounce to short. Fire to second. Relay in time. Double play.
I thought what we saw from Hunter Green today was not his best stuff from a command perspective, but I thought it was gritty. He got through it. There were some plays that were not made behind him. Got behind early. He stayed the course and got through 6. It's a nice job of grinding it out.
Our Barres storylines. Sam Maul is the first out of the Reds bullpen. Jake Mangum homered first pitch in the second. He is 1 for 3. Pirates top of the order goes switch left switch. A possible 4th hitter, as Merlin Valdez is a powerful righty. Julian Garcia is warming, right-hander in the Reds pen. Ball misses. So Hunter Green's in line for the win. He only has 1 career win against the Pirates. That came mid-April of last year. He went 7 scoreless, struck out 8. And so often not received run support in his first 9 against Pittsburgh, most famously mid-May of 22, when he and Art Warren combined to no-hit the Pirates and the Reds lost 1-0.
Yep.
That was, at least at the time, the 6th game since 1901, going back as the records do, that a big league team lost a game and did not allow a base hit. Maul issues a walk to the speedy Mangum. But today, while the defense did let him down some in that first inning, the offense delivered him 5 runs against Paul Skeens.
Certainly nice to see, especially against Paul Skeens. But still, clean baseball has to be played. Double play ball in the first inning that should have been made, wasn't. Ground ball down the first base line that should have been made. Play should have been made. It was not. And then a 2-run single. That's not clean baseball.
Lau has single, doubled, scored. Mangum has flinched multiple times, and Maul has not been moved by it. And Mangum is very speedy and a strong base stealer. 19 swipes, caught 6 times. Check swing. Did he go? Yes. So mentioned it's switch left switch. So Lau is the one true lefty that Maul will see, at least in this initial pocket. On the year, he has handled lefties pretty well. He did have trouble with a few lefties against the Guardians last series. Got him looking. He gets Lau here and now.
Fastball right at the top corner of that strike zone.
So now the switch hitting Reynolds. Couple of hits, including a double. He has scored a run. Big swing fouled off Stevenson. Runner goes. Good jump pitch. Missed. Throw down is late. Mangum has his 20th steal.
Just a really great jump. Pretty much first move. No chance for Steve-O.
He's now tied with the injured Connor Griffin. They're each one behind the injured O'Neill Cruz for the team lead. Swing and a miss. Although Cruz has started to resume baseball activities, Pirates had placed him on the 60. He's expected to be back possibly right along the time when he would come off the 60 in a few weeks.
You put that bat in that lineup. We already mentioned the turnaround that they've had. O'Neill Cruz. When he's on fire, he is a problem.
Two. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Previous pitch is a ball. The catcher has challenged.
It looked close, but did it get the zone? No.
Pitch is a ball. Cincinnati has one challenge remaining.
You're right, though. Cruz was among the chase-heavy hitters. Statcast King hits the ball hard, throws hard, but would swing at pitches out of the zone a lot. He changed that dramatically this year.
Yes, he did.
So much harder out. Foul tip, strike 3. Consecutive Ks for Maul, and now with the mashing right-hander Valdez due up, Terry Francona goes to Garcia. Pitching change for the Reds. And in scoring position, the lead at 1.
And a blue moon.
Wow, that is a delicious looking art.
Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. Official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies. We've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Reds, the official source for your Cincinnati Reds gear. Julian Garcia.
Last saw Julian Wednesday. Had lost to Cleveland. He pitched an inning in the third. 27 pitches.
Esmerlin Valdez, sac fly, walk, strikeout, first pitch. Sail to center. McLean out. Myers in. Inning.
with the group.
Reds up a run. J.J. Bleday, home run first pitch swinging. Back in the third. StatCast 3D, Google Cloud.
There's something to be said about being comfortable playing at home, and J.J. Bleday has shown that he absolutely loves to play here in Cincinnati.
13 of his 19 have come at home. He's hit 3 overall since the break. He's also walked and scored tonight. He's 1 for 2, a strikeout. Antoine Kelly, all of his handful of outings in the big so far have been 2 or more innings. He was a starter, and AAA has been stretched out. He's trying to sop up innings after Paul Skeens went just 4 against the Reds. Bleday's ahead 3-0. Pitch walk. We're now from Miami Valley Gaming.
Get ready to get lucky at MVG. With over 2,200 of the best gaming machines, we got you covered.
Tyler Stevenson, ribby double, a walk. He has scored. Average up to a season high 253. Tough pitch, strike 3.
Good changeup right at the bottom of the zone. Steve-O thought that was a hair down, but I think it does tickle that zone.
Nathaniel Lowe, ribby hit his first time. He has since struck out twice. Bottom of the zone heater for a strike. Grounded with eyes and through, base hit. Bleday rips through second. Scoop by Mangum in center. Lob to second base. Another multi-hit showing for Nathaniel Lowe. Men at the corners.
Nate Lowe back to catching fire again. Coming up clutch. See the big fella stand up the middle of the field. Putting it in play, making things happen.
His 4th multi-hit game in the last week. The lead is only at 1. Can the Reds add on? Eugenio Suarez has walked on an 0 for 2 night. Two. handed, strike 3. Gino's now 1 for his last 22 with 13 strikeouts.
Yeah, speed just got him there. That was just a hanging changeup up in the zone. Must have been guessing heater.
A couple of soft backward Ks for Kelly on the inning. Myers right back to him. Flip to first. Red strand 2.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
With a built Ford tough.
Our Toyota game summary. What stood out to you?
Well, once again, I think the offense showed up. Paul Skeens was not on top of his game. Scored some runs. That was nice to see against him. Defense early in the game was somewhat suspect. Hunter Green grinded through 6 innings in line for a win. J.J. Bleday loving to hit here in Cincinnati. Another home run.
Seemed to be a warning there from our home plate umpire and crew chief Dan Bellino. Cut the music a little earlier. New man on the mound is Caleb Ferguson. Faces the left-handed bat of Ryan O'Hearn. Key Brian Hayes has also entered the game. Appears to be a straight switch for Gino Suarez. Hayes backs up now at third base. O'Hearn has been on twice. Base hit, a walk. He has popped to short. The infield is back and showing a heavy pull tilt. Back to Ferguson, smoothly gloved. Bit of an offline throw, and Stewart just somehow twisted his way onto the bag and got the out. Right foot yellow.
A little twister, yep. Step and throw. That's what happens when you don't step and throw.
Nick Gonzalez, ribby hit, first pitch he saw today. He's 1 for 3. That's into right field and down in front of Marte, base hit. Word now from Auto Owners Insurance.
We customize your policy, so when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered. That's simple human sense.
Andy Rodriguez turns around to bat right-handed. He is flied out, grounded out, struck out. Nick Gonzalez is very quick, but he's not a very good base stealer. His career, he's got 9, caught 8 times. He's 4 of 6 this year, and a lefty on the mound in Ferguson. That's ripped into left field. Bleday's got it. Gonzalez can't run. First to third. Yes, sir. Base hit Rodriguez.
String some hits together, and the Pirates are threatening here again. Looks like we got a pinch hitter.
Well, Pierce Johnson is warming. Tyler Stevenson walks out to chat with Ferguson as Jared Triolo is set to pinch hit for Jacob Gonzalez. Don Kelly made the exact same move. 7th inning yesterday, and Triolo worked a walk. That was against lefty Brock Burke. This time around, Terry Francona and company have Johnson ready. That's going to be all for Ferguson. Pinch hitter will face a new pitcher. Cincinnati Reds baseball is presented by UC Health. Expect more at uchealth.com. Seen on high at the Cincinnati Zoo. Hippos galore. It's been a beautiful day with the family. Or right here at the ballpark where the Reds have a 5-4 lead. Now last night, Brock Burke had to face the pinch-hitting Jared Triolo. That was his third hitter. Tonight, the grace for the Reds, they could bring on a right-hander to face him at Pierce Johnson. First and third, one out. On that first pitch, Sal Stewart started in from first base, shaping up as if a bunt might come. And Endy Rodriguez took a big step off of first base, but never broke. There's that power breaking ball to Johnson. Time for Triolo. Triolo is also quick. Gonzalez hops a larger lead on third. Reaching swing, ball in the dirt, strike three.
Well, that's a nice job by Pierce Johnson. Double play ball gets you out of it. Strikeout gets you closer.
It's a great block by Stevenson, the top blocking backstop in the bigs. Henry Davis 0 for 3 in a squat stance. Runner fakes from first. A downstairs strike. Each team has only one challenge to lose. Tari Brock was just in the ear of Endy Rodriguez, held on at first by Stewart. Left field, Bleday coming on. He can't get there. It falls for a hit. Nick Gonzalez scores. It's tied at 5.
Well, the pitch was right down in the bottom of the zone, and you can see right off the end of the bat from Henry Davis. It's a perfect placement.
So the lead lost. Pirates are now 4 for 10 men in scoring position tonight. Endy Rodriguez, a potential tie-breaking run at second base. Jake Mangum is homer to right. He has walked Stoll to back. Despite the pulled bomb, a laser into right, he overwhelmingly has his contact go opposite way. That's where Key Brian Hayes cheats in a bit. The sub on defense at third. One and one. Fouled away. Grounded left side, leaks through. Rodriguez around third. He scores. Throw to second. A seeing eye base hit the other way for Mangum. And the Reds trail 6-5.
Runners on second base. You're just trying to keep that ball in the infield. Just could not quite get there. Ellie, nice effort. And I'm going to tell you that opposite field approach works.
So now the Reds facing a deficit. The powerful Lau has singled, doubled, scored. Mangum a threat to run. Upstairs. Yeah, that's not an accident with Mangum. That is very much by design.
Yep. And then when you hang a breaking ball, that's the one he pulls down the right field line.
Wilbur Dotel now up in the Pirate pen as Pittsburgh has the lead. Grounded to second. Tough play. McClain under his backhand. Davis scores. Mangum through second. He's got third. Another seeing eye hit. It's a 3-spot in the inning, and the Reds now trail 7-5.
Another ground ball through the infield. Just eluding a Matt McClain. Nice effort yet again. Just finding the holes.
Reds had not trailed since the third. But this 3-run eighth has them down a couple. Zach McCambley is now up in the Reds bullpen. Brian Reynolds, longtime Reds killer. Single double, run scored tonight. One. Pirates with 7 runs on a dozen hits. Runner off from first. Pitch misses. Feigned throw to third. A steal of second by Lau. One and two. Johnson's been in the zone a lot, but the Pirates have 3 straight hits. Grounded. De La Cruz behind the bag. Tough inning. 3 home. The lead lost. Reds have to rally.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Cincinnati Reds and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cincinnati Reds.
Oh, the beautiful scene in Cincinnati. The scoreboard not so pretty. Reds down 7-5, bottom 8. New man on the mound, the rookie, Wilbur Dotel.
Big prospect for these Pirates. Good arm, 98-mile-an-hour heater, cutter, slider.
Swing and miss, strike one of Welby Marte, who has doubled, singled. 0-2. Adding a diving splitter, part of what propelled him to the big leagues.
Chances are you're probably going to see it down 0-2 at some point.
Now he does give up his share of walks and base hits. The deficit for the Reds at 2. The Pirate pen has been rather prone. Upstairs, Jared Triolo, by the way, who stood in for Jacob Gonzalez, straight switch, takes over at short, just like he did yesterday. And remember, yesterday he came in, right? He had hit in the visiting 7th. In the home 7th, Tyler Stevenson got aboard on an infield hit that he couldn't handle. He also was the ignition man with the infield drawn in on the Nathaniel Lowe bouncer. The would-be double play the Pirates did not turn due in part to that depth. And how often has it happened for Reds and their opponents on the year when someone new is in the game defensively?
All to find you.
Full count.
Yeah, it's not gone to that split. It's just been a fastball slider. Well ahead in the count, and we are full.
Fouled away. When he broke into the bigs April the 19th, the first man to ever face him, the Rays' outstanding talent, Junior Caminero, took him deep. Payoff. Grounded beyond the shortstop. Triolo. Base hit for Marte.
Three-hit game for Noelvi Marte. Good swings, good balance. Way to get it started.
It was a 10-pitch plate appearance. Inside. That's the most hits that Marte's had in a game this season. McLean strikeout, bunt ground out, fly out to left. Big rip. Tying run at the plate. Possible go-ahead on deck. It's De La Cruz. Sal Stewart would follow. Into right field, a twisting, falling base hit. Marte through second. Scoop by Valdez. Marte's got third. Base hit McLean. Men of the corners.
Well, a good answer here. They had a nice job of digging that ball out. Slider well down and away. Just chip it to right field. Got something cooking.
Rally caps on. The most energy the ballpark's had on the night for Elly De La Cruz. He's the go-ahead run at the plate. Action to the Pirate pen. Strike one. Elly's been on 3 times tonight. A triple, 2 walks. He has scored a run. Just now the Pirates are getting a lefty up. It is Mason Montgomery, who lived at 100 in a perfect inning last night. Way high. You can feel the nerves from this talented rookie, and you can also sense the calmness from a locked-in Elly De La Cruz. He took over last night's game with his bouncing out the box hustle doubles. Cold strike. Twist of the head by De La Cruz. Yep, it was just out of the zone. Heavy pull tilt on the infield. Triolo more up the middle. Swung through. Strike 3.
Backdoor slider to Elly De La Cruz. That's a good pitch.
Sal Stewart, a deep 2-run homer in the 4th, is 1 for 4, has bounced into 2 double plays tonight. An obvious stall here as Davis strolls out. And a visit coming as well. First-year pitching coach Bill Murphy with an incredibly slow stroll as the Tarps off crowd is feeling it.
Serious barking coming from the Reds dugout about how long the home plate umpire allowed that stall tactic.
And I think there's every right for the Reds to be upset. That was in today's game. Yeah.
Well, once he got to the mound, it was as if he was part of the conversation. Just let him go on and on. Not happy on this side.
You hear any take him to dinner?
There were several colorful comments.
I'm sure.
After all that waiting. First pitch. Right center. Base hit. Marte scores. The wave is on. McClain to tie. The Reds are back.
I don't know if it could get any better for Sal Stewart. This young man just continues to come up huge for this team. And Matt McClain understanding that that ball's in the gap, going hard, scoring all the way from first base, and now we understand why. The stall tactic.
Two-run game-time double. They chased Odell. Mason Montgomery is in.
See your Tri-State Chevy dealers.
Identical line scores thanks to Sal Stewart. 2-run base hit. Ties it at 7. Left on left. Mason Montgomery, J.J. Bleday.
Well, we saw Mason Montgomery in yesterday's ball game, and he was lights out. 99, 100 miles an hour. Just dotting it like that right there.
He was perfect against the bottom of the order on 7 pitches, all strikes. Stewart plates a man from first on a single for the 2nd time this homestand. No doubles at first. Bleday fouls a strike.
And there was talks about that stall tactic. The question was Mason Montgomery ready? Could they have made the move? In retrospect, I'm assuming they're probably kicking themselves for not.
There were some that questioned why Montgomery didn't stay in last night. Montgomery was so money on just 7 pitches, obliterated the bottom third of the Reds lineup. They went to their closer, Gregory Soto. That was in a tie game, and then Soto allowed the Nathaniel Lowe RBI fielder's choice. Reds won it. And on the hands, fouled back. This is a tough AB for a lefty. Lefties hitting barely over 100 against Montgomery this year. Grounded. Triolo. Stewart over to third. Do you walk Tyler Stevenson? Montgomery is so good against left and right. The lefty Lowe is on deck. Yep, they're going to. So Stevenson's on for a 3rd time tonight, and Lowe is going to stand in. It was against the lefty Soto. And he bounced the ball up the middle, got Ellie De La Cruz home for his 2nd walk-off hit, or walk-off contact as a Red. Fouls back, strike 1. Grounded to third. Gonzalez lost at second. Lowe couldn't handle. Stewart scores. Stevenson to third. Lowe to second base. Reds lead. A miscue up the middle, and the Reds respond to a 3-spot with a 3-spot. E4.
Well, this ball was hit to Nick Gonzalez, and I don't know why he had in his mind to go to second base. Look how far Lau is away from second base. The problem is he's got to catch the ball and he's got to touch the bag. So you got to take your eyes off the ball a little bit to try to find the bag, understanding that Tyler Stevenson is getting there quickly. Proper play is just to go to first base. We've seen some miscues in this game and in this series, and they've proved to be costly.
Ivan Johnson runs for Lowe at second. Brian Hayes, the former Pirate, takes strike 1. Hayes' first plate appearance tonight came on defensively for Eugenio Suarez. Fouled away. Reds have the lead back, but the lead is just 1 run. Emilio Pagan is up at the Reds pen. Down to Hayes. Hard foul. Struck him out. What a rally for the Reds. Sal Stewart plates 2 and then comes home with the go-ahead run. That sets the scene for closer Emilio Pagan.
So I hammer the
rise of rookie Sal Stewart continues.
Yeah, he's been incredibly clutch. Incredibly clutch.
2 hits, a bomb, 4 ribbies tonight. Emilio Pagan is in, second straight game. Valdez, first pitch, center field, Dane Myers. Pagan got the win last night. That was mostly against the bottom of the order. Worked around a 2-out hit by Jostinson Garcia. Had a couple of strikeouts. Ryan O'Hearn base hit. Milwaukee's 1 for 3. Strike. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Previous pitch is a strike. The batter has challenged. Pitch is a ball. Pittsburgh retains.
Two and 0. Swinging 3-0, bounce to second. McLean outfield grass.
O'Hearn is hurt. Looks like a quad.
Waving for the athletic trainer, manager Don Kelly coming out as well.
High bouncer. Let's see what he.
He had a moderate quad and hip flexor strain in mid-May of this year. He missed a couple of weeks. He is putting hardly any weight on that leg.
Yeah, I hate to see that.
He is one of the power bats on this Pirate team. O'Hearn down the tunnel, and now it's Nick Gonzalez who made the choice to go to second. It was errantly missed by the covering Lau. 2 hits, a ribby, a run scored tonight. No doubles at third. Hayes plays deeper and near the chalk. Pagan, since coming back off the IL, 5 for 5 in save tries all this month. That's almost half his season-long total. He had missed about 2 months. That got him. Tying run is on. Now Andy Rodriguez, who singled and scored his last time. He's 1 for 4. J.J. Bleday playing about as deep in left field as I can remember him playing this year. He is nearly on the warning track in no doubles.
Yes, he is.
Just low ABS, powered by T-Mobile.
Previous pitch is a ball. The catcher has challenged.
Stevenson steals another strike.
Cincinnati retains.
The master of ABS. The trade deadline looms on Monday. Emilio Pagan has been the most vocal about the Reds. The veteran taking it head on, saying he and his team want to make it weird. Full count. Far from mellow right now. Gonzalez goes. Struck him out!
Previous pitch is a strike. The batter has challenged.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Robot says ball game.
This is a strike. The game is over.
The Reds have won 7 of 10. They've taken the first 2 from the Pirates.
Well, it was not pretty, but you have to win the ugly games. An ugly win is a beautiful win. I felt like Hunter Green did enough to give this team a chance. The defense was kind of shoddy early in the ball game, but they kept stepping up and posting up. Sal Stewart, yet again, coming up clutch, driving in runs. He was just and has been outstanding. A complete and total win. Win at any cost. make it as weird as possible.
That's a young man with such moxie. He welcomes the moment. He wants the moment. He meets the moment.
Yeah, he's been amazing this year, and calm under pressure and taking advantage of other people making mistakes. He's been incredible. It's been an incredible season for that young man.
Drove in 4, tied it with his hit, scored when he darted home. He'll be with Jim Day on the Reds post-game show. Pagan gets his second straight win. The Reds best the Pirates once more. 8-7. Post-game is next.